The purest argument is it's supposed to make playthroughs unique because you're not supposed to sit there for 20 hours killing the same dude until he drops something. If you kill him and he drops it, cool, you got super lucky. If you kill him and he doesn't drop it, you're just supposed to move on. You're not supposed to farm drops.
Except you literally need to farm drops in this game, because in this game specifically, other than the very, very small amount of item drops are literally how you get better weapons, because you need the synthesis to basically turn souls into weapons. So if you don't farm anything, you will most likely be playing the game with
this game specifically has a problem. The concept of general drops from a purist perspective is people will often say, oh, it's just supposed to be random stuff to make games unique. You were never supposed to sit there and farm the same guy for 20 hours to get the cool weapon. You're not supposed to do that. That breaks the spirit and integrity of the game. You're just supposed to play the game, and if you get the cool weapon, you get the cool weapon.
This is old man Stockholm Syndrome justifying bad game design. And now, on to the second bad ending. Huh? Mina! Soma Cruz. Behold, the last moments of your loved one's life. Wait, stop. Soma. Mina, you heartless wench. You certainly wasn't easy spiriting her away. Go ahead, hate me. Hate me so much that you want to kill me. You'll pay for this. Chaos is manifesting. I was right. Now, hate me more. Loathe me. When your hatred peaks, the new Dark Lord shall emerge. If it means getting Mina's revenge, then so be it. I'll become your Dark Lord. Mina, forgive me. I can't keep my promise. It's coming. The birth of the new Dark Lord. Ah. Well, why? I brought you back into this world. Shut up, you annoy me. That's all the reason I need. Besides the pretty level, your turn it came a little earlier. That's all. So Soma has become the Dark Lord. Alucard hands him a stack of dollar bills. Julius puts them in his back pocket. I have no other choice. The battles of the past are to be waged once again. I'd assumed that he would have equipped the amulet for me. And if this is the game basically slapping you as, that's how you avoid this one. It would have protected him. But, alas, I will have to unleash my power. And then that's the ending that goes into Julius mode, but because I've already beaten the game, it didn't say the Julius mode has unlocked. I do like that idea of them actually keeping the this is how you unlock Julius mode, because now that I'm on the way to the thing, where's yeah, the Mina's talisman. It is basically worthless. It literally doesn't do anything. So, because it literally doesn't do anything, I feel like they almost want you to fall into the bad ending, and then that's why the game just tells you, equip Mina's talisman, you dipshit. But hey, you get Julius mode out of it, so I ain't complaining. I would normally complain about shit like this, but because there's a save point right up here and you actually unlock something for it, I find it more neat.
The little picture in my head that's killing me is Julius takes a shotgun and opens it to where you put ammo in it, but instead of loading it with bullets, each chamber he puts a whip in.
No, because you're technically the reincarnation of Dracula. He loads stakes into a shotgun. Because that's a funny thing, despite dealing with vampires, I think the only game in the series to have a stake as a usable item is Simon's Quest.
Stakes, but because Belmont.
Yes.
He loads it with whips. The ammo is whips, meaning it's a. Ow.
And this is part of a cutscene we've seen before, hence why not reading and just going through. Chaos is manifesting. I was right. Then Soma, don't be fooled. That mean as a fake. Oh, why? How much you always get in the way. How clever of you to use a ganger, but you haven't won just yet. What? What's wrong? I should thank my lucky stars for making a good escape. I managed to loosen myself when the boy's emotions shuffle momentarily. I thought you died. Shedding my former body was a desperate gamble, but it has worked out quite well. I do love that concept of it's like, she didn't know that he was basically in Soma, so her plan was basically to turn Soma into a Dark Lord.
Yeah.
You copied the power of dominance from Soma? So you understood. I touched the boy's soul and copied his ability. And I have been doubly lucky in finding a suitable replacement for my body. You obtained the same power as Soma. When I fought the boy, I confirmed one thing. Dracula's heir need not be the instigate?
Inheritor! That's an H,
yeah.
Carson.
Fucking...
Dracula's heir need not be the inheritor of all the Dark Lord's powers.
The font is better than the first game, but there are still some letters.
I-N-H-E-R-I-T.
Looking at it now, I can see that it's inheritor, because like I said, the font is infinitely better.
Oh, no, I will... It's kind of a ass font, I will give you that. But...
The first game's font is still worse.
Yes.
I only needed to possess the power of darkness to become the true Dark Lord's heir. And of course, only I could gain that ability. I won't allow that. Have patience, or perhaps I should address you with your real name. When the boy began his dark transformation, I scanned memories of his past lives. Make one move and the boy will die. You don't wish that, do you? Does becoming the Dark Lord really mean that much to you? I've told you before, I wish to learn what my copies like. See you later. I must gain dominance over more powerful demons. I will surpass the boy. So be it. Soma Cruz, I take back what I said to you. It seems that death is your only destiny.
What's moving away?
Oh, Ricardo, where do you think they've gone? I imagine that they've gone to the basement of the tower next to the castle. A full
foul. That's a U. Foul. A foul unearthly energy emanates from there.
There must be a portal to the darkness that fuels the castle's existence. I see. Don't do anything rash. You're not in any shape to right now. Let's handle.
Let us handle this.
He took this power from me. I was the one to stop him. Fine, but Julius and I will go in first. I was walking over to fill out the map because when I get to the next, like, when I basically get to the next portion of a plot is when I'm going to stop doing the plot to basically go do the map completion.
So you're not strong enough. Go train in the hyperbolic time chamber.
Because I wanted to wait until basically the end of the game to do the map oh wait, I don't have the... I was like, why isn't my magic refilling? I forgot I still had the thing. I kind of wish Mina's talisman, like, actually did something useful, like, maybe protected you against, like, the curse status or something. But no, no, it's just as worthless as Mina herself.
Damn it, Earthen.
She does fucking all! Which is funny, because in the lore, she's supposed to be part of a, like, line of shrine maidens, so, why aren't you, throwing talismans like a fucking Toho character? Funny thing about that is, in that one mobile game, one of the other names basically in the game's code of characters calling out a name was Mina, so that so that shows, I guess they considered making her, like, playable, or if not playable, at least they, like, assist attack in that. Break the barrier. It's definitely possible, but there's no guarantee that I'll have enough energy left to fight. With your power,
Without your power,
it's impossible for us to get through. They have to be stopped at all costs. Oh, desperate times call for desperate measures. Fine, stand back. Here goes old man power! I believe Julius is supposed to be like 70 in this game. And he's still strong enough to do this. Ah! The barrier. It's gone. We're indebted to you, Julius. Go already. There's no time for chit-chat, right? So am I growing old is a horrible thing. Julius, relax, don't worry.
Just relax.
We'll take it from here. Alright, I'm counting on you. Don't let me down, kid. Yeah, I need to go complete the map now. Bye-bye! Yeah, so now it's time for map completion.
Need a smoke after that.
Now it's time for map completion. Yay!
Being an old man sucks.
Basically. And someone might say, you don't have to do 100% map completion. One, that was a funny thing that's part of the reason I, one that's part of the reason I actually kind of wanted to was basically so that as I do it, I'll kill a bunch of things along the way and maybe gain a few levels. And two, this is the internet. I have to do it to show how big my PP is. If you don't 100% the search action, people will say you played the game wrong and your opinions are invalid.
Damn it. Your Epeen must be at least this large to post your internet opinions.
Yes. Yes, because if I don't 100% the game, people will say because I didn't 100% the game, I don't have the right to complain about its bad design. So I have to do this so I can complain about its bad design. Again, the reason I waited until this point, all the mirrors you've been seeing throughout the game, those are mirrors for the paranoia ability, so I thought I need to come back to this shit anyway, so because I need to come back, I might as well just wait until the end, because if I was 100%ing as we went, we would have to go back to those areas, and...
Those are mirrors to the mirror dimension! You have to solve the mirror castle!
Well, no, thank fuck, this game doesn't have any, like, reverse castle nonsense or anything like that.
It's the mirrored castle. It's the map, but it's mirrored.
You know, I'm actually kind of amazed that Iga never did anything like that in any of these games, given how notorious the reverse castle was.
We literally did a castle that's upside down.
Yes. I'm kind of amazed he didn't do a mirrored castle where everything's flipped. I guess Harmony is kind of, sort of halfway that. That's a funny thing. You make a joke about a whole mirror castle. And mirror dimension. Paranoia is another thing that, you know, is a JoJo reference. While the name is Paranoia, the ability to go into mirrors is obviously meant to be Man in the Mirror from Part 5. So much so, this collection, the in-game achievement for beating Paranoia is called Clown in the Mirror. They know what the fuck they're doing. They know exactly what the fuck they're doing because this man loves JoJo. So much so, I don't know if I covered this in the first Aria of Sorrow, because I might not have known this fact back then, and just, I don't remember who it was, someone who worked at Konami, they just casually confirmed this on a Twitter, and, like, no one was paying attention. The Killer Mantle, that soul is also a JoJo reference, because I don't remember which stand user it was in Part 3, but one of the, like, stands in Part 3, there's a part where they attack, like, Jotaro with a knife, but to conceal it, they basically have it under a cloth. That enemy, like, was literally just going to be named after that stand user, but then Iga was told that that was, like, too direct, and that they could probably get sued for that, so he had to change it. So, yeah, that one was a JoJo reference and no one ever knew. At least going around and filling in the map now gives me a time to bullshit about my opinions.
Your terrible opinions.
You mean my correct, factual opinions that are based and correct.
Damn it, Grozan.
Dude, this is why I...
This is
why I have Valkyrie equipped.
Oh.
To be slightly more fair...
Oh, Ganon!
No, Hellbore.
That's basically Ganon. What is Ganon if not a giant boar?
One, besides filling in the map, because it's a bunch of locations I haven't gone on the map, the other thing this does is show certain collectibles like that. No, I am petty. I know it doesn't matter, but I am petty. These drop rates are so ass you take when, like, you take them when you can get them.
Get good, plebeian.
It's not get good if it's literally a...
Okay.
I know what you're doing.
I'm being a dig for the sake of being a dig, not because I actually believe anything. You need to do the Earthbound challenge, or you get all the 1 in 128 drops.
Why would someone do that?
There's that challenge run, the ultimate one.
I know there is. But why would you do that?
To say you did.
And also, because of this, I'm probably going to ignore the demon guest house until the end. I don't like that a sliding block puzzle. That's the other reason I decided to ignore a bunch of like the cleanup until the end. I knew one of the rooms in that sliding block puzzle in the demon guest house you need paranoia for, so I was like, I don't want to spend like 10 minutes fucking doing this just to have to come back.
People do the Earthbound all 1 in 128 challenge.
Yes.
Even though I would also argue most of those 1 in 128 drops kinda suck.
No, they like all suck except for the Sword of Kings.
Okay. It's every 1 in 128 drop.
I know it's every 1 in 128 drop. My point is most of the 1 in 128 drops in the game suck except for the like Sword of Kings. And some of them, to be fair, are, I believe, getting items, like, earlier than they can, be...
There's consumables that you can get stupid early. The Ghost of Starman actually has a really good accessory. Also, Jev's best weapon is a 1 in 128.
Except you don't do basic, like... You don't do basic attacks with Jeff.
It's good to have as a contingency because of just boosting his stats, but yes, you do bottle rocket everything. I've played Earthbound!
I don't know why this is here. You can sit in chairs. On thumbnail. Okay, back to the game.
I've played Earthbound! I know the thing about Jeff, just bottle rocket, but his best gun is a 1 in 128.
Yeah, I know it is. But most people will say just don't bother because he's so much better with bottle rockets.
That kind of depends on context, because...
I actually think yeah, that
you
does,
are forgetting the
that
one...
does work, so... Fuck
You are forgetting the one reason that you do want Jeff to have a better gun.
What was the one reason?
How does the instant kill work?
Oh yeah, for a guy to calculate... Like, is it specifically literally the attack stat, or is it just, like, all character stats total together?
I'm pretty sure it's their attack and stuff.
So, yeah, having better weapons on Jeff makes the
Instant kill
more consistent.
I'm pretty sure that's a thing. Because I'm pretty sure it is just a theoretical if your entire party could one-shot the dude, so you do want... Cause, we can talk about Earthbound, if we ever play Earthbound, but to talk about this now, because it also does calculate when you do a back attack by accounting for the extra turn. So the one reason you do want Jeff to... Well, the other thing... And this is a good contingency, and it is the other reason giving Jeff a better gun isn't a bad thing. He has a gun, he can't miss. The guns aren't affected by, like, accuracy stuff.
The fuck is my map, right? 79. Nice.
But you mainly want it to guarantee instant kills. That's actually super useful. Look at the exact logistics, hold on.
I should wait, because this is the one room I can just go back. I hate poison because of it lowering your attack. I've like never seen poison do that in any game ever. Going down to save. Yeah, going down to save and more going about to talk things. Well, on to talk up the game for a minute. Well, like I said before, I do think basically the like Dario and Mitri, well, I did, you know, call them jobbers because in a lot of ways they are. I think they are a tiny bit overhated because a fascinating thing about them in this game is how like both of their powers basically are, you know, something from Dracula. Like Dario is fire because Dracula is famous for basically having the fireball attacks, and I guess Dimitri would be the sort of just general like basically copying things like Soul Steel. What area should I go?
Yeah, it is based on your speed, your offensive stats, and your status condition. So if you're fast enough and strong enough to one-shot, it just skips the battle. So even if you're not using Jeff for damage, that is consistent to get the instant win. So, yeah. That actually is a good application of that.
Ow.
I was right. Because it's your offensive stats, Jeff should, I think his guns add to that. That would make sense.
I would assume so, because of the nature of everything. Alright, that's something else while I'm doing this. Well, the map is one. Actually, no, I'll keep the equipment I was thinking. Oh, well, yeah, it's not equipment. I'll actually keep keeping an eye so I can see through breakable walls if I miss anything. Well, the map is 100%. That's still one of those that's nice to have. Now, because going to have a good
double checking stats, Jeff's guns do increase offenses, so yeah. You are getting stronger, and because it is calcing your damage, you would want stronger guns.
Because we're having a minute of going around and cleaning up the map and shit.
Because one of the other 1 in 128 drops is the magic fry pan for Paula that has
that is basically fucking worthless, because isn't that only in that like last area?
No, it's dropped by a dinosaur.
That's still basically at the end of the game. And she's your black mage, so again, I feel it is mostly worthless up until that point. Especially because I don't like the magic fry pan, because that's the one that has the shitty accuracy.
25% miss rate.
Yeah.
offensive power 50, guts up 100.
Yeah, it's
Whereas the Holy Fry Pan is guts up 10, offense 80, no mischance.
and I like.
What?
And unless there is a way I can absolutely like break the game to not deal with a mischance, I will always in an RPG take consistency over a mischance. Because due to that 25% mischance, you can very easily have scenarios where you like physical attack with her and you just fucking miss.
Yes. I mean, you shouldn't really be physical attacking with her anyway.
You know.
Paula should be magic based.
What I'm going to say, like, was... Was that it's taking a minute now. I want to talk more about the whole, like, random drop thing, basically, where I feel like, besides wasting your time, random drops, like, if you're going to use any arguments about, like, balance or difficulty, that goes out the window because of it being random. Because it is literally, the game is made, like, easier for this person purely because they got, like, a 1 in 128 drop or whatever. And so I feel like random drops really should mostly be abandoned, or if you're still going to have them, maybe have, like, introduce some type of, like, gacha style pity system in the game where if you are just getting absolutely RNG screwed, it's like the RNG goes up basically ever so slightly when...
Oh yeah, I was right. All of Jev's guns are perfect.
Mm-hmm.
They are, to be fair, perfect accuracy. Which is a niche application, and on top of the instant win.
And so that, for, like, Jeff would be okay, but Paula's ultimate weapon, I feel like you really should not go for. It's not worth it.
It gives her a guts boost, which guts equals crits. So it's a middling strength weapon that basically forces crits, but you have a 1 in 4 mischance. All of Jeff's guns never cause missing, so that is one other niche application.
There's that one tiny room in the first area I missed.
Okay, I was double checking stats. I would have checked that in Earthbound, but I thought I had that right. Jev's guns are at, like, basically unique accuracy because it's a gun. Magic Fry Pan turns Paula into a crit powerhouse with physical damage when, in general, you should just
Except she's your black mage, so I don't care what they were trying to do. I think that idea is worthless. It's like all the physical equipment for Donald in Kingdom Hearts. Why the fuck would you ever actually use this?
Paula is infinitely more damaging if you just say fuck it and just psychic everything.
Yeah, I got one of the items.
The other funny part about that, since I believe the instant win is calculating raw offensive stats, I don't believe it takes guts into account. That one fry pan that you can just buy has a higher strength stat than the magic fry pan, but the magic fry pan has the biggest guts multiplier. So paradoxically, the magic fry pan, I'm pretty sure, would not actually be super useful in your instant kill calcs because I don't believe it takes guts into account.
I'm pretty sure no.
You're telling me you don't want to make the mage a physical beater character
No.
that has a 1 in 4 chance of missing?
No. That's stupid.
You know what I'm doing. Makes logical sense to me.
You know what,
Okay, obviously
I know what you're doing. Clock Tower's kind of stupid. Sure, we get it out of the way now.
What are we talking about? Earthbound?
Because this is the fucking cleanup part of me just wandering around the map, literally filling in the blank spots. There's nothing else going on, hence why I was talking, hence why I made the joke using it for like my opinions on things.
Get to Earthbound at some point.
Maybe someday.
If we really need to, like, I mean, one, it was on the Switch online, but if I want to play Earthbound in a slightly different way, we have the Wii U download.
I don't like the final area. It's kind of obnoxious. Pain in the asshole on that map. Ooh, 80%. Where should I go to next? I got in most of...
Are SNES cartridges for Earthbound so absorbently expensive?
I think, yes.
Sweet Mother Teresa. I've seen worse, but sweet Mother Teresa. It has averaged, however, everyone is charging literally about the same price. Literally everyone is charging about the same price. That price should be illegal, but everyone's doing it.
If I go to the Demon Gas house and then go over, I can drop and get that one spot in the roof.
I have to go pee again in another minute.
I'm like going to take a minute to get where I fucking want to get.
Yes. Also, toilet paper.
You're gonna go down and then go over all this way, and there's a up. Yep. And there's the up now. And we go up in here, rune ring. No, one problem is because this game, even after you beat the game once, it doesn't fully 100% fill in the map, so it doesn't fully 100% fill in the map even after I clear out like everything, so we're probably going to be missing a very small But we're still going to be missing a small percentage of map. Going like, yeah, that's why I'm wearing the peeping eye and shit if I'm missing. And I'm missing a small percentage can just look things up. Because apparently you can only criticize the game if you've done a 100% no damage speedrun of it. And like, well, nice, I don't know why I was talking about it, because I kind of want to talk about it more, the like argument of, oh, random drops making a, I feel like making a playthrough different is really dumb, because with it being random, there is a chance of you potentially, maybe not, like, if you don't intentionally sit down and grind for something, when something has a ridiculously low drop rate to it. Because it is so low, you potentially could literally go years without seeing that if you're only ever going to get it when you go through. I'm trying to get to one of the warp points. Damn it. Actually, the funny thing is there's a gap and yeah. And yeah, it's a funny thing of a bunch of the enemies I'm killing, I'm just, you know, getting rewarded basically and randomly getting their drops. But I feel like the likelihood of that happening is actually very low. To be fair to the game, I've complained about drops and will continue to complain about drops. The drops are only as bad as they are because of that thing where the game, the luck stat is bugged. If the luck stat wasn't bugged and your luck actually worked in a normal way and the percentages weren't like so minuscule they make a difference. If people who have played the game on like PC was a luck mod actually have pointed out that's like it's actually not that bad. Okay, what areas left? There are a few left. I kind of don't like some of the areas that are left. I'm going to go get that one corner. Instead of going through the bigger areas, I need bat for any. I'm going to go try to get that one corner at the edge of the map. Or if you play the game as like an actual normal luck stat, the drops are really not that bad. Assholes. It's just when you do have that. When you do have that stupid obnoxious, literally broken luck stat. Oh, it's in the... Oh, it's the other side of the room, apparently. the one path, I might as well continue down to the underwaterway area. Oh yeah, I forgot you can't use those underwater. So I'm stuck with this terrible moving seed. It's so bad. It's the worst moving seed. Ow. I have to check something because of how that I wasn't seeing at you. You motherfuckers did not take the one. Motherfuckers did not take away the thing that let you move faster underwater, did you? Oh my god, you fucking did, you fucking assholes. Why the fuck would you take that away from me? What purpose does that serve? That's not a progression soul. Funny. Oh, funny, I have to grind. Why the fuck would they... There is no reason for this. There is no reason this has to be a fucking mechanic. All this is doing is wasting my time. Why does it have to be this low? It doesn't add anything to the game. All this adds is time.
Okay, to technically be fair, part of this is just...
Part of it is the fact of the luck stat being fucking broken.
Because if you played the game and the luck stat wasn't broken, luck would marginally increase, so even a 1% would naturally...
If the luck stat worked as intended, I think this would be an around 4% chance or something. Or technically, to be fair, if everything worked as intended, because I had the Soul Eater ring, if the luck stat was close to like a 4% chance or something, and the Soul Eater ring just doubles every drop, that would mean that it would then, I think, I would be dealing with a near 10% chance to get this. Was I working the luck stat and the Soul Eater ring? And that is 90% of what the problem is. Because, like I said, when you use the luck fix people basically developed for like decade-old emulators, and then someone, I believe, did some slight tweaks to get it running on the PC version because of this game just being a collection of emulators. The luck fix doesn't make a difference in the lower levels, but because your luck actually scales properly when you get to around the point I'm at like level 40, that's when shit actually does start to make a difference.
Which that seems logical. I would say that's fair. The problem is Baluxat being forked.
Well, that's one of the problems. Even without Baluxat being forked, if it does scale in the way I think it does, and this was closer to say, oh, fucking finally! Goddamn, I want to know how much. I want to know how much that, like, how long that fucking took from the time I started.
I was in the bathroom for like...
Okay, now, to be fair, when you were in the bathroom, I didn't immediately start trying to do that with you in the bathroom because
It's been at least 20 extra minutes.
Because I was going through the area at first. Like, I was going through the area normally at first, and then I noticed I was walking slow in the water. I was like, oh, you motherfuckers did not do that. And then I go and look, and it's like, oh, you motherfuckers did that. And now, because I'm back here, where's Albert? I think the item you need for this is literally a hammer. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like literally a hammer weapon. So I'd have to go buy that. I don't even remember what doing that gets you. I can see you later after the cleanup. I can see you later after the cleanup because I'm big Engie right now.
That seems to have been 30, 40 minutes.
That should not have taken 30 to like 40 minutes. There is no value gained from that.
I went out of the room a little bit. Because I was in the bathroom.
Where the fuck chaos ring? That still should not have taken nearly that fucking long. That should not take like 40 minutes. It just shouldn't. There is no value in doing that. Like I said, if I only had to kill that enemy like 3 times, if I only had to kill that enemy like 3 times, or something to... No, damn it, if I only had to kill that enemy like 3 times, or something to get that, I would, I would be vastly lower level, so like not having a reason to grind in your game, because you don't have a reason to grind, the player will statistically end up lower level. Just, like, fucking factually. There is no fucking reason to force the player to grind like that. My foot was touching that hitbox. What the fuck, game? Also, what the fuck to that? What the... That's dick design. I'm going to continue to rant about this now, having to do with the game's abysmal drop rates on a camera. Drop rates should be abolished.
Damn it, you should use his surname, Richard Design.
I'm too angry to find that funny right now.
Cause Dick is a name. So that's Dick Design, but his surname would be Richard.
Come back when you're richer.
A lot of people don't know that Dick is a shortening of Richard.
I think I've told non-Americans that, and they ask why.
Oh, son of a bitch!
Is everything good now?
Will be in a moment. Avast was just popping up nonsense. That's more annoying on the computer side if I don't want like 20 programs running. The recording didn't seem to get affected, and even then you were just kind of walking. Avast just had a giant pop up. Hey, yo! Let me do the thing! No, Avast! No, you do not do the thing!
Yeah, like, after that shit, I went out there, like, I am now locking it in on my opinion, and you can't change my mind. Random drops should be fucking abolished in games.
Okay.
Random drops add nothing to a game.
We should be good now.
All it adds to a game is wasting time.
I love when dumb computer stuff happens that rarely affects the direct recording, so this is just me screaming,
Ow.
son of a bitch, and you pausing. It was Avast. None of you will see that, because this is not a screen capture. It's a direct capture. I'm running OBS to capture the Switch too, so no one will see that Avast pop up. I just don't want like 20 different
Game just continuing to taunt me.
programs popping up. Hey, look at the stupid pirate dudes. All I see is Papa Smurf.
I feel like that's kind of a stretch.
No?
No, I get why, but I feel like that's kind of a stretch, because at that point you could apply them to anything blue.
It's not just the blue. Papa Smurf wears red and has a white beard.
Because that's stereotypical old man.
Yes! But he's blue, he wears red, and he has a white beard because he's old. So that zombie pirate is wearing a red hat and has a white beard. It is the Papa Smurf. Anyway. Dumb recording shenanigans aside, which that was just Avast activating. I didn't make it activate. Avast just decided.
Oh, this room is going to be fucking annoying.
Avast just decided to activate.
Son of a bitch.
So, that's our recording problem. Didn't seem like it caused an encoder error, thank Christ.
Motherfucker.
I do love that even though these are DS games, this collection is T.
If these games were 3D, they would be M.
You've said this.
Like, all of the fucking women in these, if you actually pay attention, they're all topless. Or just straight out naked. Motherfucker. Where is the tombstone? That fucking immunity.
You played the Game Boy game and made that. If these were 3D, they would be M.
Damn it. Another thing that I feel like should be, another thing I feel like that should be, abolished should be randomly respawning enemies. That should have died in the fucking NES era. Where's the peeping eye? There's a brick wall. There it is. Now I just need to hit that. Wait, I think like the first game I believe I put the flame demon on equipped was Bat Company. I should. Yeah, you can shoot fireballs as the bat.
As bats do. it's time for the question of the day and my overall thoughts on the topic. So, anyway, I actually have two questions, but both of them are related. So, first off, how many of you actually played this game with the one luck fix? And my second question, if you did play the game with the one luck fix, did it actually make getting the souls less of a pain in the ass? The reason I'm asking that is because in this part, Carson was bitching about RNG and the fact that getting souls is a massive pain in the ass. But I feel like that is because the luck stat is not working as intended. So when it's working as intended, I would love to know if that actually makes grinding out the souls less obnoxious. Because in my opinion, it feels like if it was working as intended, getting a few souls and stuff that he didn't have would have basically taken infinitely less time. Because it seems like slightly rare souls end up around a 10 or 15% if you're high leveled and the luck is actually properly functioning, instead of being super marginal where it almost doesn't exist and barely adds anything to your drop rates. Because I feel like the luck stat was basically designed around making drops easier, but they fucked up, and the luck stat doesn't increase nearly enough to ever actually be useful, because the luck increases at such a tiny rate, you'll barely notice it was going up at all. Meaning when you're trying to get souls, you are basically dealing with the base levels of luck and only a pip or two of extra luck, and it's not like that pip or two equals a full percent. We're talking about very tiny fractional increases. So the most tiny inconsequential boosts every time you basically do increase your luck. So my overall point with these questions was trying to work out if the luck actually does make a difference, because it seems like the game being broken is what creates this problem, instead of the problem inherently being the game. I'm not saying you don't need to grind, but in a game where you have a luck stat, and that luck stat gives you better odds of getting drops, it feels like the game was being built around that concept. Rare drops becoming easier to get later on in the game when you were higher leveled, but they fucked up and increased your luck in such a small fractional way, you basically don't really see the needle move. Anyway, I am starting to ramble. You can leave your thoughts, opinions, and answers in the comments, or you can leave them on social media. All of my social media links, as well as my Discord links, are in the video description. Now, as always, I need to be a shill for a minute. If you subscribe to the channel, if you follow me on social media, that really helps our communities grow. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope I will see you all next time. So, as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, everybody. I hope you come back someday. See you later.